Hi there, thanks for joining me today. This is part 4 in a 4-part video series I'm doing to create this sea glass mosaic on this fairly large antique window. This window is 24 inches tall and 31.5 inches wide, so it's fairly big, and I'm creating this piece that I call Child's Play. So in part 1 of the video, I showed you how to create a silhouette, and I gave you some really good tips on how to do that. Part 2, I showed you how to create flowers and trees and gave you some good tips there. And part 3, I showed you how to make a fun, whimsical village. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to complete the piece, which is, of course, the sky. I often complete my pieces with the sky. I tend to start at the bottom and work toward the top. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to complete the sky, and my goal for this sky is to really make a fun, whimsical sky. So to complete this sky, I have gathered up a bunch of materials. First of all, I wanted to have a sun over in this area. So I have this kind of half of a bottle bottom that I'm going to put here as the center of the sun. I'm going to have some rays coming out from that. And I also wanted to do a bunch of flowers. So I have a tray of triangles because I want to continue on with some of my flowers in the sky. If you watched my video on how to create flowers, you would see I talked about how I hid a lot of the flowers in the grass. So I've got all these green flowers in the grass and brown flowers along the path here. And up in the sky, I'm going to kind of have hidden flowers in the sky with a lot of white flowers in the sky. So I have a bunch of my triangles here. I also wanted to have these petals. The child is blowing petals off this big flower, and they're going to be flowing up into the sky. So I have those placed here, and as I'm putting the sky together, I'll glue them in. And I also wanted to add some purple amethyst to provide a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of more interest to that flowing up. So I have that tray of, or I have that little dish of purple amethyst to add. And I also have on my board here a bunch of aqua. So I'm going to incorporate some aqua flowers and some aqua pieces into the sky just to add a little bit more interest to the sky. And I've got my trays of white sea glass. So I'm all set to go, and I'm going to start placing a bunch of pieces in place, and then I will start gluing them on after I get them sorted. Now, if you've seen my video, if you follow me on YouTube, you've probably seen me do a few videos on how to create dynamic skies. If you want to see a video that I did quite recently, I showed you a whole bunch of my skies and more information on doing skies. So if you want to check that one out, you can click on the link up above or just go to my channel. You'll find lots of videos on different things that I do. So I'll just put all these in place. I find that if I have a lot of sea glass down on my board, it gives me a starting point. And I also have a couple of these white rocks that I haven't used yet that I'd like to use here. So let's get started on this one. I'm going to do this sky as a time lapse so you can watch it all come together. So one of my viewers had suggested that when they were watching me put together a sea glass mosaic with white sea glass on the white background, it was sometimes hard to see exactly what I was doing. So I thought I'd try with this sky to do it against a black background to see if you can see better what I'm doing with my sea glass. So with this sky, I'm going for a really whimsical effect. So I want to make lots of good flowing lines and lots of flowers in the sky. So hopefully, by the time I get all of this sorted, it will have just the effect that I'm looking for. So this is Child's Play. This piece has taken me quite a while because it's fairly big, but there's a lot of hidden little details in here that I think have made it quite a bit of fun. Hoping that it really gives a whimsical feel when somebody looks at it. Whimsical yet somewhat peaceful, because looking at sea glass should always be peaceful. I hope you found this series of videos really interesting and you've learned a few things and had a little fun along the way. So until next time, I hope you have some great fun with your own sea glass work and you make it to the beach and find some sea glass.